a question, so
one of the biggest words that I'm hearing, listening to all these people talk, is accountability. We are not accountable for a lot of things in Reading, the city of Reading. And there are communities in this state who their officers have dash cams and body cams. And when something happens in the community, you lower your court process. Lawsuits, because when you've got a criminal on tape doing something, or doing something to an officer, or the officer doing something to the criminal, that goes away. The criminal will not fight in court if he's on tape. And we've had instances in this community now where we have dead people who they've been trying to bring into custody. And I really feel like we need to have dash cams and body cams, because it will protect you as well as protecting the community. And it'll also take away from the court system. You won't be having to hire more DAs. And if you look in and you research it, I cannot remember the name of the community, but they have lowered everything.
Rialto.
They've even lowered their tax rate in their town.
may I ask the question then? Are you going to? How does the chief feel about body cams and dash cams?
I'm not a big fan of dash cams because they only take a picture of the front of the car. Most of the incidents that we've had are not in front of the car. I am been working through the problems in California right now with body cameras and creating a draft policy for those. I have a demonstration model in my office right now. Up to this point, they've been rather cost prohibitive. They're expensive with the budget that we have. You have to have very large storage capacity. I think I can fit that into my budget now. But you also have to, there's a lot of issues that come with it. It's not as easy as going to Walmart and buying some camcorders. So we're working through, it's very unclear in California, what is the retention schedule for video? There are departments that are saving it for a year and a day because that's the limit of a civil lawsuit. There are departments using the government code and storing it for 5 years. I can tell you if you have to store 5 years worth of video, it's a probably somewhere around a 300 terabyte server at a cost of, $500,000. So there's also cloud environments that you can use depending on the vendor. I've done a lot of research into body cameras. Part of the problem that I have with them is their size is still very cumbersome for the officers. It is a chunk of video camera in the center of your chest. I have found one that is much smaller than that because most of the stuff fits in the pocket and just the camera's out. So we are looking at those now. There's also union issues and negotiations issues that have to take place to put those on. I am a big proponent of body cameras because I trust my cops, and I need you to trust them too.
Chief Paletti, I have seen the pictures of Stephen Motley after he was beaten, and he had a footprint in the middle of his forehead.
Is this a?
And if your officers had had cams, they probably would not have done that.
Is this a question?
There's a lot of people in this town who will not call RPD.
I can tell you that it would be a lot easier for me in these circumstances if I had freedom of speech. But as a police chief, based on Privacy Act and employment law and the integrity of investigations and litigation that's taking place right now, I can't tell you what I think. And I think that I think it's time. I think that we're going to move that direction. The community just has to kind of give me the opportunity to move through the paces that it takes that are slower than I care for to get to that.